Hi, my name is David Eisler from Forward Thinking Systems. Today I'm going to be taking you through a quick demonstration of how our vehicle and asset tracking application works. You start off by clicking on the GPS sign-in button on the top. I'm going to log in as one of our customers. On the top part of the page, you'll see all of the active vehicles. On the bottom part of the page, you can see the details for each one of the given vehicles. I can click on any facility that I want, or I can click on all to show all of the vehicles across all facilities. And you'll notice that you can actually color code the vehicles as is appropriate. On the bottom part, you'll see that you have the asset name, that you can set up whatever name makes sense for the particular customer, the current address that they're located at, and if they're at a given stop, you'll see that stop or the facility that they're at, the speed that they're traveling at. And this is real time. It's updating about every 30 seconds or so. You'll see the odometer. That's the total odometer for the vehicle as well as the distance that they've traveled today, the direction that they're heading, as well as a graphical depiction of the vehicle itself. You'll see if it's got a plume of smoke coming out of its tail, it's actually on. If it doesn't, it's off. I can click on one of the vehicles and it's going to take me to exactly where that vehicle is right now. It's automatically going to change over to a bird's eye view of the vehicle. I can zoom in further if I'd like. You'll also notice that there are 5 stops assigned to this vehicle. I can click on that and I can see that he's completed his first stop, his second and third stops were viewed, and he's en route to his 4th stop. The different statuses that are available are received, viewed, en route, completed, or deleted. And each one of these are automatically updated on the Garmin itself, and as the driver either completes it or does any one of these actions, these statuses come back to us and are updated on the website. I can click on Find Address if I want to find the closest vehicle to a given point, and I can just type in the street address. I don't have to type in the entire city and state. I click on Submit, and I can either create a geofence around that given asset, or I can look for the closest asset to this location. I'm going to click on Look on Closest Asset, and you'll see pretty much instantly it sorts them in distance of closest to furthest away. I can click on that particular vehicle. I can give them a call, or I can actually just go ahead and dispatch a stop to his Garmin, or I can send him a text message. Reports. There are a whole bunch of different reports that are available either on the entire fleet level or for a particular vehicle. Just to show you how one of the reports work, I can click on the distance summary, and I can export these to PDF, Word, or Excel, and I can run them for a date range. Let's click on Run Report. And you'll see it's grouped by each vehicle the distance that he's traveled for that day. Click on Reports again. We have a green driving report. I can just run it for one day, or I could run it for a week or any period of time that I'd like. And you'll see over here, the first part of the report is something called harsh accelerating. So this is pretty much flooring it and going from 0 to 60 in a specified amount of time creates an incident. The severity of the incident divided by the distance gives you a score, and you'll see on the top a score of 0 or 1 is bad, and it gets progressively better to 10. So you can quickly analyze the fleet and see how they're doing. If I scroll down a little bit, you'll see the next part of the report is something called harsh braking, and this is when you hit the brakes really hard. I mean, it might be close to equivalent of triggering the ABS. So that'll create a lot of wear and tear on the vehicle. And then any time that the vehicle traveled over 60 miles per hour, they're not driving at the most efficient speed possible and they're wasting fuel. And the last piece of the report is the idling. Now this creates incidences and it shows the amount of time idling, and then again scores them based on the distance traveled. You can very quickly analyze and see who's shutting the engine and who's just running the vehicle and wasting fuel. The combination of all of these different scores will very quickly show you a tremendous return on your investment. Now let's drill into a particular vehicle. I can click on Details, and it's going to take me to what that vehicle did for the day. Along the bottom part is the time of the day. Along the side of the graph is the speed that he was traveling for the day. I can click on any one of those points. It'll take me to exactly where he was at that particular point in time. You'll notice if you look at the route that we do a couple of things that are somewhat unique. We not only report based on the time, but we also report based on the angle. So we'll catch all of the different angles that the guy is taking when he's actually rounding a block or getting off of an exit or entering an entrance ramp. You'll also notice that we do a snap to grid, which is kind of unique. So the route will actually follow the road as opposed to jumping through buildings. I can click on history and go back in time for any day for the last 2 years. You'll see as I mouse over each one of these, the distance on the bottom changes. I can also click on use time if I want to see just, let's say, between 10 and 11 o'clock. I click on the little green arrow, and super quickly it'll just hone in on that particular point in time for that day, so I can more critically analyze that driver. You'll also notice this little guy with the green tie. He's an I button that identifies the driver, so I'll know for any point in time which driver was in that vehicle. You'll notice I've also got alerts that I can set up for the different vehicles. I can do an after hours movement alert if I want to know when the guy is traveling when he shouldn't be. I can do a battery low alert, an idling alert, inspection expiration, registration, and we've got a whole bunch of different maintenance alerts that we can set up for oil changes, for brake changes. I can do a speeding alert, and what we have that's kind of unique is that we actually have road level speeds. This particular one is set up for a threshold, so I could say I want to know every time he's going 65 miles per hour or over or something along those lines. And I can also set up an alert if I want to know when he's traveling X miles per hour over a given speed for the road. So for instance, if he's in a 30 mile per hour zone and I have this set at 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, as soon as he travels 41 miles per hour, I'm going to get either an email or a text message SMS alert that he's going too fast for that given area. I also have asset not reporting, asset arriving or departing from facility. I've also got geofences. Within geofences, I can create an area that I want to know when the driver is entering or exiting that particular area. I can add a new geofence if I'd like, and I can create either a circle or a polyline or a polygon. A polygon lets you draw a particular area so that you can really refine the area that you want to know when he enters or exits. Once I've created that geofence, I can click on the little red exclamation mark, and I can set up when the guy is entering or exiting that area to get an email message. I've also got different actions that I can perform on the vehicle. We've got a whole bunch of digital inputs as well as outputs. On the digital input side, we can record such things as power takeoff, where we can record when a tow truck is lowering his lift. We can record when sirens are on an ambulance or a law enforcement vehicle has his lights or sirens on. On the actions front, we could do shut engine, blow horn, make a phone call to the vehicle, lock or unlock the doors. There are many more actions that we can take and things that we can monitor, such as temperature. Just let us know what your customers' needs are, and we'll make sure to address them.